Pops it here. The most common question I get asked is, what sunblock should I use? I've had 15 years to evaluate that question, and here's the answer. Isdin. ISDIN. Link below in description. 10% off for the first purchase. Why is it the best? Medical grade, 100% mineral ultralight emulsion. Melts into your skin. Their scientists micronize zinc oxide so you literally can't see it on your skin. 50 SPF made for daily use on the face, décolletage, and hands. Coenzyme Q10 antioxidants and DNA repair zones that reduce inflammation and actually repair UV light damage. Available in tinted, non-tinted, and a powder. My wife loves the tinted so much she stopped using foundation. Only available online or in a doctor's office, and this link only works in the United States. Literally the best sunblock I've ever put on my skin. Thanks for popping.
Hey guys, Mr. Pops it here. This is our patient. This is I think our 7th or maybe even 8th. I'm pretty sure it's 7th treatment for Steatocystoma multiplex. And these are some of her biggest ones actually. These are pretty good size we're gonna get today. And you know, getting these out is just gonna make her feel so much better, especially over bony prominences like the spine. These are a good 2 centimeter ones, some of these. So getting these drained is going to be very helpful for her. So thanks to her for sharing so we can educate people on this diagnosis, and we're making her lighter every time.
All right, guys, we have her prepped and ready, and we are going to drain these steatocystomas today.
We always use a sterile 11 blade. We want to get under that and really pooch that up near the surface of the skin. We've done some numbing for her here. There we go. And these are very much like egg yolks a lot of times. Come from different angles here. Everybody always says butter cysts, and that's why they call them, because it comes out like butter. Good. That one's flat. I also say it on every video, because some people are seeing it for the first time. You don't always have to remove the sac. You will cause more inflammation and scarring sometimes if you do. That was a deep one. Wow, that was a good one. You can see kind of the oily and then the thicker infiltrate. That hurt a little? You okay? Good, good. Try that out. They do get slippery. So we come from different angles there. You can see this was probably one of her biggest ones, and she's had some big ones we've done. That one was almost 3 centimeters, I would say. And I come from different angles just to get that whole pocket drain there. It's like a back massage. Very good. I got it. Okay. Oh, that's almost an indent there. That's how full that one was. She's going to feel way better there. And that's one, if you sit on a firm chair, you know, you might hit that. It can get inflamed, and then those can get painful when they're under that much pressure. So that's good. There's another one here. Still good size. Got it. It's amazing. I can feel it just deflate instantly when I hit the pocket there. I've seen in some of the comments, people are like, how do you know how deep to go? Or how do you know when you're there? And I literally feel the pressure release when I'm squeezing like this, and I poke, and then you just see it just goes right in. So that's how. And I'll come from different angles here. Very good. And you see, that's 2 millimeters. That's we hardly leave a scar at all, getting all of that, all those contents out. So that is good. And on her first video, we did a little heat cautery to sear the sac, which I did on some other patients you saw. And I actually had one of my other patients come in today. He healed great. She had a little hyperpigmentation on the first time we did it. So that's why I usually do a test run, do a couple. If they don't heal very well, then we don't need to do that. Usually that sac will not, it'll kind of reabsorb, or if it does refill, it takes a long time. So they're good and have relief for quite a while. Okay, this one's gonna be quite a bit. There we go. Okay. Big relief there, you can see. Get the last bits at the bottom. I'll squeeze from all different angles. And she has so many and so many good ones, and it's such a good story of just kind of clearing. We're going to do some follow-ups to see how she heals. She's going to have like her own segment, not just like one round of videos, but a whole thing. I think it'll be good. Perfect. That's a pretty good size one there too. Actually, might be a little cluster of two there. If you look close, there are vellus hairs in there, little teeny tiny. Gosh, they're very thin, but you can see them in almost every one. That's good. And we do get, that's pretty good there. We do sometimes get clusters like grapes. And you'll poke one, but you'll still feel some there, and you poke again. Look at that. That had a whole nother pocket right behind there. And we got that. That's what I was feeling, too. That was a good size one. Okay, that looks way better. And then one more down here, and we have two smaller ones here. That one was more of kind of a pasty one there, not as fluid filled. Every one is kind of unique. It's like a seashell. There we go. That's good. Get it. Oh, there's a whole nother pocket underneath there. That's why it's good to come from every angle and really massage that sac out there. Quite big, actually, kind of hidden almost. That's good. That one really had a good bottom of the pocket there. Got it. So that looks great. Nice and flat there. Same here and coming up. So we have two small ones on the other side we're gonna get. You can pause. Okay, here we go. We have two more on this other side, not quite as big. Poke here, there we go. That is good. That one's more of kind of a gel actually than a butter. And this one was a little squirrely here when I tried to get under it. Kind of went, there we go. Got it. That one had some fluid and some paste in it. Very good. Can really see the difference of texture there, color, all of the above. Get each angle here. See, some people give up after that first push. I'm stubborn. I don't give up easily. Very nice. That was almost a sac you can see there trying to come out. Right there. They're attached in there. I really have to go deeper and cut bigger. And for her scarring, I don't want to go in there and get that and cause a deeper scar when we don't have to. A little bit more in that one, and that's good. Perfect. Okay. So you can see that consistency here, and a lot of times you can even see, let me show you. There was a couple in the beginning that had this little dark spot there. That is a clump of hair. Just a little one, but it's down in there. And you can see a little follicle there. A little rolled up hair and kind of clogged pore in the hair shaft. So that's interesting. Sometimes that's the beginning of the whole thing coming up. It kind of gets clogged or forms around some of these smaller hairs. And if you were to smear that out on a slide, you'd see a lot of little tiny hairs there, but that looks great. Good to get those out. And you can come up here. Okay, so that was round 7. We've gotten so many out, some really big ones today. She's going to be feeling lighter when she leaves. So thanks for popping by. Thanks so much to her for sharing. And this will all be a big collection of Steatocystomas. So it'll be in one place so you can see everything all at once. Thanks again. Thanks for popping by.